Hi there, my name is Stanley Steen from Team Deberoo, and in this video we are going to review MGID, but not for their native traffic. No, we are going to review MGID Push. So let's dive in.
This video is brought to you by Deberoo.com, the #1 affiliate marketing software platform.
Alright, here we are on the homepage of MGID, and as you might know, MGID by origin is a native ads platform. However, they also do have push notification traffic as well. So that's what we're going to review today. We're going to review MGID as a push traffic ad exchange. So let's dive straight in. Let's see if we can find some information on their homepage. So we have their vision, events, quite some traffic as you can see. But we are focused today primarily on the push traffic. So let's see if we can get some more intels about their push traffic. We see a lot of native. Why go native, right? But we are focusing on push. All right. So it's not weird that there's not a lot of information about their push traffic on their website since it's a native platform. However, we are going to log in and we're gonna go see if we can create a push ads campaign. So let me log in here real quick into the MGID Dashboard. Here we go. So if you've used MGID as a native ad platform, then this is going to be very simple for you because it's going to be very much alike creating a native ads campaign. However, if MGID is completely new to you, then this might really help you. So here we are at the dashboard, and at the dashboard we can see our campaigns, and it's very easy to distinguish the push campaigns right here, right? So the top 3 right here are push campaigns, as well as this one down here. So today we are going to create a new one. By the way, all the other campaigns, if it doesn't say push, it is automatically native. All right. So we're going to press new campaign, add campaign. And first things first, we want to give our campaign a name. All right. So let's just call it push campaign. Keep it easy. Campaign type. So right here, we are going to select push. They also have search feed, by the way. And usually if you're going to promote native, it's going to be either most likely product promotions, but it could be content promotion as well. We are going to go with push because we want to create a push campaign. All right. Campaign category. So right here you can give your campaign a category. What are you promoting? What kind of service or product are you promoting? And in which category could you place that, right? So if you're having a diet and weight loss offer, you could place that under health and living. And let's see, we can unfold it and go with nutrition, for example. All right. In this case, let's say we're doing some kind of casino or betting offer. Let's see where it is. Careers, business and investing, events and attractions, blah, 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 blah. Maybe under hobbies and interests. Nope. Let's see. It doesn't matter too much what kind of category you do. I think it's mostly important for MGID for their stats. But maybe it's important for your stats as well. I would just fill this in as good and honest as you can. Let's just say hobbies and interests. Oh, we have to unfold it. Let's just do it under... we're just going to do it under interests, all right? Campaign language going to be English. Block before show. I'm going to turn this off. What this does, this means that MGID is going to review your ads, right? Just like any other exchange, they need to review your ads to make sure it's compliant with their rules. So MGID is going to do that as well. And the block before show option, if you turn that on, that means that as soon as your ad get approved, it will switch over to a paused campaign, meaning that it will not spend your budget on ad spend. However, if you turn this off, then as soon as the ads get approved, your campaign will go live and will spend your budget. All right, so keep a close eye out. If you do not want this to happen, make sure that the block before show is turned on to pause your campaign as soon as it's approved. And then manually, of course, you can start your campaign whenever you're ready. All right, then we have the targeting. Starting with the geo, we're going to target a specific geo. So what are we going to target today? Let's say we're going to target one of the European countries today, and it's going to be Spain. Sure, or let's do Sweden, all right? Let's do Sweden on this campaign. So we just add the complete country Sweden, as you can see. You can also target the complete of Europe if you want, or we can target more specific regions inside of Sweden. All right, but we're going to keep the complete Sweden geo in there. We can also exclude specific regions of Sweden, for example. So these are the same regions that we just saw right here, right? But we can say, okay, we don't want to promote in Skane land because we found out by the data that it's not working in that specific region, so we're going to exclude that. All right, so it should exclude it right now. Nope, it's not in here, so we can do it like this, right? And you can see that approximate impressions daily go down a little bit. So right now it's at 1.6. Let's get it back in there. And then it goes to 1.8. All right. Next up is the browser targeting. So we can target specific browsers, as you can see right here. My recommendation is to start out with all the browsers that you can, generate some data, and once you have enough data and you can tell which browsers are working and which one are not performing that well, then you can start optimizing on the browser level as well. But personally, I would just start with all the browsers. Next up, targeting operating system. So right here we have desktop, mobile, tablet, and smart TV. I am only gonna run on mobile. And just like with the geo, we can unfold this tab, giving us the option between Android and iOS. And when we unfold that, we can even say specific update numbers, all right? So what kind of software is installed at this moment. To be honest, at the beginning of my campaign, I do not care. I am just gonna add the complete mobile operating systems. This is bringing our approximate impressions down to 1.2 million, but it's still plenty of traffic to go around with. All right. Next up is the browser language targeting. So the browser language targeting, I like to use it just to make sure that the ads that I make, or at least the audience that I reach, can read my ads, right? So if I am promoting my ads in Swedish, since we're in Sweden, then I like to target on the Swedish browser language. So we're gonna add that. Let's see what it does. Ooh, all right. So we gotta watch that approximate impressions daily, because when I added Sweden, it went down to 40,000. Let's see if we delete it. It goes back to 1.2. How many of these are English? Let's check real quick. Yeah, so the majority is set on English and the rest is probably majority Swedish. So what I would do then is I'm still going to make my ads in Swedish in this case, because I think the majority of the people do speak Swedish since it's their native language. However, some of them just have their browser set on English language, which is fine. So I'm going to target those two. If it's not set on English and it's not set on Swedish, then it's most likely another native language of somebody living in Sweden or visiting Sweden. And I do not necessarily want to target those because we don't know if they speak Swedish, all right? We don't know if the people who have their browser language set on English do speak Swedish either. However, since it's such a majority of our audience that we can reach, I still want to keep it in there. Otherwise, I don't have a big enough audience size. All right, so I'm going to keep English in there, still promote in Swedish. Of course, I have Swedish in there, and all the other countries I'm going to exclude for now, unless we need to make specific decisions. Mobile connection, Wi-Fi or carrier. At the beginning of my campaign, the same with the browser targeting, I like to target both and wait for the data to see, to tell me if I should promote on Wi-Fi only or carrier only, or just not touch this. All right, so I need a little bit more of data to tell if I'm gonna run on Wi-Fi or carrier. And with audiences, you can create a saved audience and upload it to your campaign. So if you have an audience already preset for your campaign, you can load it right here. If not, you can decide to create your audience right here or just do the targeting like I just did and then press confirm. Next up, all right, we have a scheduling option. So we can say which days and which hours we want to run. I love the fact that they have this schedule, right? We can set a start date and an end date if we want as well, but especially the scheduling right here is very important to me. I'm not going to use it at the start of my campaign because once again, I need data to tell me which hours and which days are performing well and which hours and which days are not performing well. So I need some data to tell me that. My data sample size needs to be big enough to make those kind of decisions. However, I do like the fact that I have this option because if I notice that a specific hour on a specific day is not working, for example, maybe 5 a.m. on Wednesday mornings is not working. I've tried it week after week after week, and every time that specific hour is not working, all right, then I can just say Wednesday 5 a.m. boom, I'm going to turn that off. Now my ad is almost 24/7 live except for 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. on Wednesday. All right, so that gives you a very, very specific scheduling options, which is quite nice. So I'm going to turn the scheduling on, but I'm not going to touch it just yet because I need some more data. Limits. All right, so we can set our limits by clicks, by budgets, by conversions, or unlimited. I'm going to use the budgets one, and I'm gonna run $50 a day. You can also set a overall limit if you want, so that's basically your campaign budget, so feel free to use that as well. Or you can limit yourself by clicks or by conversions, all right? So those are the options that you have, and on all the options you have the daily option and the overall option. So either use one or use both, or use the unlimited option in which you just keep on running. All right, I'm gonna use the budget, $50 a day, that's fine. Tracking tags, all right, we're gonna skip that for now because I don't need to track this campaign. MGID conversion tracking, this is very useful as well, especially if you're using the by conversion limit right here, then you need to set up the conversion tracking, right? We're gonna turn it off for now. Let's press save, save and continue. That was basically just a note saying that we did not set up the tracking, which is fine for this example. Now we are going to create our creatives, all right? So the campaign is already saved, which I like, all right? So if I mess something up in my ad, I can just delete that ad and create a new ad without having to create a full new campaign. The campaign is saved. Now we are going to create the assets for our campaign, so the creatives. First, we have the URL. This is going to be your campaign URL, obviously. I'm just going to put Deberoo in there for now. Then we have the title. How many characters do we have? Do they say? Enter a title that is short, catchy, and specific to the product or service. Be creative, interesting, and original. Avoid spelling mistakes. Do not use all caps or multiple exclamation marks. That all makes sense. That's just the basic rules of writing a headline. Let's see, maybe if we start typing. Okay, so when we start typing, we can see how many characters we have. So 30 characters available for your headline. Now let's see, with the description, we have 40 characters, so very nice. So 30 characters for your title and 40 characters for your description. The category is already pre-filled because we selected that when we created this campaign. Then we have the image. Let's see what dimensions the image needs to be. Selecting existing and bright pictures. Choose an image that looks clear even when reduced in size. Try to choose an image that fits your product and works with your advertising title and text. You could experiment with simple photo editor graphics to add a logo or a sale, but don't overburden the advert. All right, so no dimensions in here, no preferred dimensions, which is, maybe it's in the creative guidelines. Let's see. I always like to have the exact dimensions that they suggest, because then I know for sure that they won't crop it or scale it or whatever, and it doesn't look nice. If you follow the recommended dimensions, you will make sure that the quality of your image always stays the same, right? It won't get dragged out in some sort of way. So let's see. Push at style. Do we have the dimensions here? All right, perfect. So we do have the dimensions here, 492 by 328. So let's open up Canva. And we're going to create a new design, custom size, and it was 492 by 328, right? Yep. All right, create design. We're just going to drag a photo in here. Let's see, photos, boom, whoops. Perfect. And let's download this. Obviously, don't use this as your creative. It's just an example. All right. Then we're going to select that. Okay. Perfect. And this is a very nice feature as well. So MGID gives you the option, okay, selecting a rectangular image. That's just going to be the full image since we follow the recommended dimensions, right? But however, sometimes you get a squared image. So instead of just cropping your image into a square image, MGID tells you, okay, what do you want your image to look like in case we do need to make it into a square image? And that's this box right here. So you can select what you want it to look like. Do you want it all the way at the left, or do you want it to be smaller? You can basically just select what you want for your square image here as well. The price of clicks measured in cents, apply CPC for all regions, and perfect. Let's go to, all right, so right here you have the option save and add a new ad in case you want to add multiple ads. And when you have added your last creative, just click on save and go to the ads list. All right. So let's do that. There's one thing that I'm missing, by the way. We do not have the option for an icon, so it's only an image and no icon that we can attach. Let's save this and go to the ads list. The bid should be higher than 0.3 cents, which it's not right now. It's 0.1 cents. So let's make that to the minimum and then try that again. All right, so now our creative has been made, our campaign has been made, ad has been added successfully and has been sent for automatic verification. You will be able to check the results of automatic verification in 30 minutes. Thank you. So that's also a very nice feature. Instead of having to wait 24, for some ad exchanges even 48 hours for somebody to review my ads, basically, they have a automatic verification system that checks your ad on the guidelines of MGID, and it will basically tell you within 30 minutes if your ad is approved or not, which is very nice because that means that within an hour, I can already be on my way and receiving the first data, which is very awesome. Of course, there might be some specific situations where the automatic verification does not or give a red flag or whatever, and somebody needs to look at your ads manually. But in general, it's very nice to have this automatic verification, which has a lot of speed, brings a lot of speed with it. So basically, we can launch our campaign with just maybe 1 or 2 hours in total, from start of the campaign creation to all the way the end of the approval and receiving the first data. So that is a very nice feature. I kind of miss the icon feature here in MGID, but I guess the fact that we have the rectangular image and a square image option, I guess that's for that feature. As soon as they need squared images as a icon, perhaps they will just use that. All right, so overall a pretty nice platform. Like I said in the beginning of this video, originally MGID is a native ads platform, but they do have a pretty nice system for their push ads as well. The review system is very fast, so overall a very nice platform, MGID. So that is going to be it for this one, but no worries. Like usual, there is always more to come, so I will just catch you next time. Until then, peace out.
This video is brought to you by Deberoo.com, the #1 affiliate marketing software platform.